Today on episode 76, I will cover improvement, creating review from your work. Through the series, we've covered topics to encourage listeners to use specific tools, follow guidelines, and overcome adversity. The episode on feedback is similar to this topic, which is episode 8. Instead of receiving feedback, you are reflecting on your work. Take this series for example. I've worked on this channel since August 1st and noticed what I've needed to work on for the past few months now. The layout of this topic has changed with more subtopics to cover. Sources of traffic have expanded outside of YouTube and into podcasting. At some point, I may consider better equipment for audio than AirPods. Speech is still at work, maintaining a relaxed tone around my episodes and keeping improv in mind. So, why does improvement tie in productivity? It allows you to identify flaws and what you can do to improve on them, changes your outlook on how you handle your projects to figure out what works and what doesn't work, encourages you to start your bare bones project sooner. This episode was brought to me by curiosity, understanding that if I watch some of my episodes, I want to feel confident that what I have to share is to the point, to the T, straight from my personal experience. And so, in sharing this topic with my audience, I want to understand what kind of flaws that you encounter in your day-to-day basis. Sometimes when I work on my daily reflections, such as writing, I will add copywriting letters, sales letters at the second page, while the first page is normally summarizing what I've done the day before and what I plan to do for today, for that morning. There's always some kind of flaw that needs to be reworked on. And at this time, identifying my flaws is sometimes speech. So because of this flaw, I have to identify it and I have to make changes as I see fit. I want to make sure that this podcast, these episodes, are felt more as a natural conversation and me talking to the audience. At some point, I hope to interview other influencers around the topic of productivity and understanding where their thoughts lie and the work that they do. And at that time, it would be my responsibility to do some research on the interviewer, understand what their background is like, possibly go through their videos, their content, their books, and get a feel of what they're trying to share. Because, for example, a book, Cal Newport, Deep Work, that's one of the concepts I've gotten in productivity that has gotten me started in using my stopwatch up to 3 hours. Or for the most part, I do work on maybe up to an hour, 2 hours. I do make sure that I hit past the 40-minute mark, which is a concept held by the Pomodoro technique. Now coming back onto the subtopics, I've already described identifying these flaws and what you can do to remedy them. Now, changing the outlook, how you handle your project, and what works and what doesn't work. Simply put, you will record these videos. In my case, I will record these videos and I will listen to them and I'll see what I need to work on, what I've described in terms of the description for the topic, and come back to it and understand, I need to work on this, I need to work on that part, I need to work on pausing, I need to eliminate ums, and so on and so forth. Now, going up to encouraging you to start your bare bones project sooner. Now, when I started this project, all I needed was just two things: AirPods, well, in this case, audio, and a tripod. And that's what I'm using at this time. It's simply put, these are tools that haven't cost too much money, not much of an investment, only a time investment, which takes up to say about 20 minutes to do. And I am used to doing my reflections, which takes about 35 minutes to 50 minutes, or even more, possibly. And just creating this kind of motivation for the audience members to listen, to understand what I've described so far, and especially for the Find the Geeks community. I'm encouraging members to get started and to let them know that there's always going to be improvements along the way. Get started with your project today and share with me what kind of obstacles that you've ran into. And let us know on the forum on findthegeeks.com. Until next time.